The ski season so far has been absolutely phenomenal, and if you've been following along, you'll know how I've been skiing, how many beautiful places I've been able to visit, and how much fun I've been having in general. And one other thing you might have noticed is that I always have this camera on my pole in every single video that I make. It looks a lot like a GoPro, but this isn't a GoPro. This is something better. The Insta360 Ace Pro 2. This is my daily driver vlog camera. Honestly, I wouldn't ever go to the mountain and film without it. It's absolutely amazing. Insta360 released it in November, and I've been testing it since November on my ski pole, and it quickly became my daily driver vlog cam. I threw out my GoPro that I used to keep on my pole, and now I 100% use the Ace Pro 2 for all of my vlogging on the mountains. So the Ace Pro 2 looks just like your traditional action camera with the square body, but there's a few super sweet things that make this different from other action cameras and really make me love it. You got your traditional record button up top, you've got your power button, you've got your USB-C charging port and your SD card port on this side, and you've got your battery on this side. I like how the battery is separate from the SD card because I'm always nervous I'm gonna get an SD card wet because SD cards have all your footage. You don't want to ruin those. This is also a removable lens right here, which is awesome. So as you can see, you can twist it on and off, and that means that if you scratch it, you can get a new one. You can also put ND filter lenses on these to get some super cool cinematic shots. Another huge difference you'll see right off the bat is this wind muff on the front on the microphone. And this is a huge reason that I love this camera, and it just makes a world of a difference and sounds super, super professional. Right now, I've got my lav mic connected to my Ace Pro, which is on my helmet, on my skis. The great thing is, though, you don't need a lav mic. Now, I'm going to show you the different microphone settings that you can use. Filming this video, I'm using a lav mic because it's as close to my mouth as possible, but I'm going to show you right now there's really not that much of a difference. Here's the microphone on wind reduction. This is the built-in microphone in the Ace Pro 2. Wind reduction is a great setting while you're skiing and riding and you're talking, so if you're trying to run some Rise and Alpine-esque commentary while you're skiing, this is a great setting to have on. Holy shamoly right here. Oh, Daddy's home. You, yeah. Oh, no way. This is voice enhancement, and I think it sounds really, really good and really, really professional. Kind of enhances the voice a little bit. When I'm facing the mic, it sounds really good. We're testing here. How do I sound? La 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 la. It probably shouldn't sing. That's gonna sound bad on a mic anyways, but you see what I'm getting at. It sounds super, super good. Here is the stereo mode. I think stereo mode also sounds good. This is the raw audio without any wind reduction or without any voice enhancement, just regular stereo mode. Sounds really nice, but you see what I'm getting at, like listening to this audio versus my lav mic. Let me know in the comments if you hear a huge, huge difference, but I was shocked with how good this mic sounded. And what is even more shocking is when you're in a windy situation and I'm holding the camera and I'm filming myself vlogging, how good this microphone sounds. As you can see, even with wind, this microphone's got really, really good sound. Like, it's a windy chairlift, wind's blowing in multiple directions at my face from the chairlift to the right, and it sounds really crisp. Like, this is the reason I love this camera. Second I heard it, I was sold, and it was my daily driver vlogging camera. Another massive difference kind of structurally with the camera design that I love is the 2.5-inch flip-up touchscreen. Now, at first I thought, touchscreen, who needs it? It's extra weight, kind of ridiculous. But it's really, really handy because when you're vlogging, you want to be able to see if you're in frame. So this is so handy because right now I can see that I'm in frame centered, on the grid, on the screen that I'm filming on now, or if I'm walking around with my camera, I can make sure that the background is there and I'm getting the proper shot. Another awesome feature with the Ace Pro is the magnetic mounting system. So as you can see, there's no bunny ears on the bottom. So it just mounts in just like this, boom, right into the magnetic mount. It clicks in. Look how easy that magnetic mount is. I find that it saves a lot of fiddling because unscrewing stuff or messing with the clip is a little more annoying than just putting a magnetic mount on and off. I think it's easy. I've had no issues with the camera falling off or anything like that. It stays on the mount super, super secure. As you can see, I've got some like scratches maybe on the corner. Can you see that? I've got some scratches on the corner of the lens, some scratches here. I have dropped this on pavement, on rocks. It hits the ground a lot when I'm skiing. So it's super durable. And like I said, since it's got this removable lens, that makes it okay in case you blow up a lens or whatever.
Yeah, boys!
Insta360 has improved the 1x1.3-inch 8K sensor with the Leica Summerit lens. Now, for anyone who's like me and doesn't really understand all this jargon, it basically means it just looks really freaking good. It looks crispy. It looks awesome. The Ace Pro 2 is the first action camera with a dedicated pro imaging chip and the 5nm AI chip. Basically, the overall computing power of this camera is 100% more than the Ace Pro. So everything's just gonna look better. Where you really see the difference is in low light settings. It's incredible.
Yeah, dude.
I find in low light, in terms of like foggy weather, this does a really good job at filming in that type of weather. My old GoPro, if anything got dark, if I was skiing in a sunset, anything like that, it would all of a sudden become really, really gray, dark, bad looking. This captures all the colors, even in dark and low light situations in the pure video mode. But where it really shines is like actual like dark kind of street views with light and stuff. Like when I'm driving to the mountain in the dark, this action camera can literally pick that up. The AI in this thing is magical. I've got some cool shots from the summer where I was going through a tunnel in the dark. I thought it looked super, super cool. One of the most exciting things about the Ace Pro 2 when it first came out is the ability to film in 8K 30 frames per second. And that's crazy because on the X4, obviously that's gonna get compressed a little bit, but being able to film actual 8K on an action camera is insane. It looks awesome. I don't film in 8K all that often because it takes a lot of battery, takes a lot of storage, but where I really personally see the difference is when you're zooming in, when you're taking like landscapes and you're zooming in, or you're zooming in on a friend skiing down the hill. It looks super, super sick.
Everything looks pretty sick.
However, my favorite filming setting so far when using the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 has been 4K 60 frames per second. It films super smooth, looks good, and you can also bring it down to slow-mo if you feel like it. You also have the option of filming in 4K 120 frames per second if you want some serious slow-mo. Another awesome feature of the Ace Pro 2 is the clarity zoom. So when you want to zoom, you can zoom and you can lose zero clarity on that shot. So you double tap the screen on the back and you can zoom in and it's going to be just as crisp and clear as it was when you were filming in the regular setting. As I mentioned before, my main purpose of this camera is to be a vlogging camera. So capturing myself when I'm in the mountains, filming others when I'm in the mountains, or filming the landscape when I'm in the mountains. This isn't really my daily driver for skiing. I don't wear it on my helmet. Sometimes I wear it on a chest mount as backup, but I truly think the X4 is the better camera when it comes to capturing everything and getting the ultimate action shot. You just can't beat the 360-degree frame of view and choosing your shot. For the purpose of this video, I still did take some skiing action shots to show you what it looks like. The Ace Pro 2 has an awesome range of field of views. You can film in linear, which I use for vlogging. That's what I'm using right now. There's no distortion. Everything looks super natural. It's great for vlogging. And you can go all the way to the action view, which is 157 degrees. So from 151 degrees to 157 degrees. Super, super wide field of view, which is amazing. I find still though, with that field of view, it's sometimes tough to get the exact shot you want every time, especially if your camera moves a little bit on your helmet or a little bit on your chest. But if you can keep the angle on your chest to your helmet perfect, then it looks pretty damn good. So I took it skiing and riding, of course, on a bunch of different days and a bunch of different light conditions to test it out. Used two different mounts, and I filmed in 4K 60 frames per second. The first mount that I used was the chest mount, and I often like using the chest mount. I think this is the best mount for the Ace Pro. It just gives you this really immersive view when the camera's on your chest, also with a really wide field of view. I kind of love how the powder sprays when you're skiing. I think the colors are also super gorgeous. Airtime, it all looks pretty natural when you're skiing and riding with the Ace Pro on your chest.
Yeah, boys!
So sick, so much pow hitting the mic that you can't even hear the sound anymore. I think overall this all looks really good on the chest mount and sounds pretty great as well. Now we're gonna test out the head mount here, 4K 60 frames per second, Active HDR. I think it looks absolutely awesome as well. The colors are unbelievable. I like how you can kind of, see how steep a run is when a camera's mounted on the head, like a little more than the chest mount where it flattens the shot out. Still quite a bit of field of view. Of course, I would love to see more of the horizon, but it's a tough balance to try and get your skis and the horizon in on a head mount. But overall, I think this looks super sweet, and it's got that super natural kind of POV look that a lot of people are going for. I also tried some shots where I was holding the camera on my ski pole, and it looks pretty solid as well, but you get to see the pole. It doesn't make the stick invisible, and it's a little heavier and clunkier than holding the Insta360 X4 on a camera stick. This is a custom pole from Diorum. They have an attachment on it. Insta360 doesn't make an attachment on top of a pole, but they might be coming out with one soon. Obviously, when it's on this pole, it's just super easy on my own ski pole to do a selfie shot, or if I want to do a follow cam, those look really good. I turn the camera the other way, right, just in follow cam, and I hold the stick and I follow whoever I'm behind. And having a long pole is nice because you can be physically further away from someone, but the closer you get, the cooler the shot actually looks. When I was filming action shots, there was something that really surprised me. There's this awesome mount that can make the Ace Pro film in vertical very easily. It's a great little additional mount. It just pops on like this. It's a little attachment. It allows you to film still horizontal, or if you want, you can flip to filming in vertical. And what I was really surprised about is how good vertical shots the Ace Pro 2 gets. The big field of view up to down really captures your skis, and I thought that was the issue with kind of the 9x16 view. You wouldn't always get as much ski as you wanted or as much horizon as you wanted, but I felt like the chest mount with the vertical attachment like this looked really, really good. So if you're filming for social media, then actually this is a really good option. And also, I thought it looked really good on the head as well. Obviously, the struggle is getting that angle right, whereas on the chest, I thought it was just such a good vertical shot. However, would I use the Ace Pro 2 as my daily driver action camera for skiing as a content creator? I wouldn't, because I'm too nervous about not getting the shot if I'm skiing a big line and my camera flicks down and I don't get the shot. I think the X4 still is the better camera when it comes to, getting action shots. The stabilization on the Ace Pro 2 is very, very good. It doesn't naturally lock the horizon, kind of like the X4, unless you set on horizon lock. So I find there's a bit more movement, but it creates that more natural POV look, which definitely a lot of creators and skiers are going for. I did some playing around with this thing in the summer as well, and I thought lots of the colors I was getting from this camera while hiking and doing all those summer things were also really, really fun as well. Battery life is super important to know about when you're filming. Filming in 4K in perfect conditions, Insta360 says it'll last for 180 minutes. Typically in a day, if I'm filming all day holding the vlog camera, I won't even go through one battery. If I'm filming my skiing and vlogging and doing everything on this camera, it's possible that I'll go through about 2 batteries, potentially 3. But overall, I think the battery life is super solid. The cold does not affect these batteries as much as they affect my GoPro batteries. My GoPro would die all the time. I brought 6 GoPro batteries with me. With this one, I'll leave it on my pole all day while ski touring, and I'll take vlog segments or landscape segments when I need them, and I'll only use 1 battery. So what are my overall thoughts on the Ace Pro 2? My honest thoughts, as a vlogging camera, the Ace Pro 2 is the best there is for action sports. If you want a really good vlogging camera that can handle adverse weather, that can, handle skiing, mountain biking, all these things, this is the camera. It killed the GoPro for me when I first heard this microphone. The microphone sounds so good, and you couple that with the killer image quality, and it's just the perfect vlog camera. This flip-up screen is absolutely amazing, and it's so nice to be able to see your shot while you're filming and be able to fiddle with settings super easily is nice. As a vlogging camera, this thing has completely won my heart, and I would 100% recommend this if you're looking to get a really, really good vlogging camera. As an action camera, yes, this did perform very, very well. I thought it looked awesome while skiing and riding, and I also thought it looked really good in the summer when I was doing a little bit of cycling and hiking and these kind of things. However, I think the X4 is still better when it comes to capturing action shots. The field of view at 157 degrees is great, but if you're making, wide YouTube videos, I find I just can't quite get the angle right and have the confidence as I do with the 360 camera to capture everything. So I think the X4 is still absolutely, without a doubt, the king of action cameras. And if you're trying to film action shots, the stabilization is so smooth, it looks so good, and you're never going to miss the shot. However, if you're vlogging and you want the perfect vlog camera or the perfect combo to have the X4 and the Ace Pro to kind of take your vlog shots without getting your hands chilly when you're in the mountains, absolutely great camera. Another bonus of not filming in 360 and filming with the Ace Pro is that when you plug it into your computer and you export everything, you don't have to reframe. So you're just going to get all of the shots and they'll be ready to go in your editor. The vertical videos were a pleasant surprise for me. So if you're someone looking to film strictly vertical videos, it could be a decent option for follow cams, especially if you don't want that distortion that you get from the 360 camera. But long story short, this thing is the winner for vlogging. The X4 is still the winner for action cameras, but the combo of the X4 and the Ace Pro 2 on my ski pole is absolutely deadly. If you're looking to purchase an Insta360 Ace Pro 2 or even an X4, I'll leave some links in the description, and I'll include the discounts that are currently running for the Ace Pro 2, the X4, and the X3. It's an extra additional goodies along with the camera, and you're supporting me, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. That's all. You're gonna, continue to see this camera on the stick for every adventure we go on for the rest of the season. So, did you guys really think I wasn't gonna sip any sauce just because this is a sponsored video? Cheers, ladies and gents. Stay spicy. I-35 with the top down, quit to tell her